Help! Over here! I need you! Please help. The worm cult got her. Spinner in Dinael tried to stop the worm cult from defiling this burial site. They took her. I saw her near the center of Ouze, held captive at one of the altars. I can't imagine what they'll do to her if someone doesn't stop them. We guard the ancient burial site of Ouze from those who disturb the spirit. But that part of the story's not important yet. You have to save her. Go along the road. Look for the altar in the water, please. You have to get past the worm cult. Spinner in Dinael needs help.
Someone found help. I feared it would soon be too late. Safe? None of us are safe. All the threads are breaking apart. The worm cult awakens the Oathbreakers. The necromancers enslave the spirits of Ouze. You must stop this. The necromancers bound and bled me. I sent the other spinners to get help, but it's too late to save me now. My tale comes to an end. But that's not important. The worm cults come to deny the shapeshifters their eternal slumber. The worm cult wants to enslave the ancient spirits in this mire. The Bosma buried here spurned the Green Pact long ago. Shapeshifters, unwilling to submit to Ifre's will. They are eternally trapped and eternally protected. Spriggans once guarded these burial grounds from those who would intrude or escape. The necromancers slaughtered them and stole the heartwood from their corpses. You must burn the heartwood before they can use it to control the spirits. No, it is not that simple. We call them the Oathbreakers, but they are not evil. Their spirits rest in Ouze until the time of renewal. They must rejoin the Bosma so our race can be whole once again. The worm cult would put an end to that hope. The worm cult piled the Spriggans' corpses like so much cordwood. Their disrespect knows no bounds. Burn what's left of the Spriggans. You must deny the necromancers the heartwood.
Is someone there? What's going on? I can't see. The living call us Oathbreakers, and imprisoned us in Ouze for rejecting the Green Pact. But these necromancers are harvesting us. We refuse to bend to Ifre's will, and we won't bend to the worm cult. The Bosma planted stone altars in Ouze to keep the Oathbreakers trapped, but now the worm cult's corrupted them. I feel our bodies rising from the tar, and many of our spirits have already awakened. You must cleanse the altars to let us rest. Please hurry. Being trapped here is nothing like resting in the mires of Ouze. With worm cult blood and bone, kill them all. They must pay for their transgressions, just as we have. The Green Pact imprisons us, but we rather sleep in the tar forever than serve the worm cult for one day. Those are Oathbreakers as well. Oathbreakers can shapeshift to many different forms at will, but some have recently become trapped in a single form by the worm cult's meddling. The other Bosma named us so because we refused the Green Pact. Why should we give up our shape-shifting abilities? We wished to live our lives as we always had, and were sequestered in Ouze for eternity.
Their deaths are only the beginning of their torment. I'll see to that.
May the spirits guide you.
Come, find me. I wish to speak to you once again. Free at last. The altars are cleansed. My brothers and sisters will rest again. Once the worm cult's hold weakened, we destroyed our prison. Though we spurned Ifre's will, we don't deserve servitude to necromancers. I am the voice of Ouze. When we were imprisoned, I chose to serve as envoy between Ifre's faithful and my kin. The Oath Breakers. We spurned Ifre's will, and we paid the price. Our lives. Ifre can be just as cruel as she is compassionate. Beware the wrath of gods, mortal. You've broken their power here. They may find another way, but we will be ready for them this time. For now, we must rest. Thank you for aiding us, though we are outcast. Perhaps we will meet again.
My death is the beginning of a new story. Not a happy one, I fear. I feel the pulse of the worm cult. I must resist. Mortal trappings are unimportant. I must see this place kept safe. Have you burned away the hotwood? Is it out of the worm cult's clutches? Then you've thwarted the necromancer's plans to enslave the creatures of Ouze. They've one recourse left to them, but with your help, I can stop it. Thanks to you, their plan of an army of shapeshifters has failed. Now they must put all their energy into creating one powerful creature. You must get what they need before they discover it. I've hidden it in a sack nearby. Go! Quickly! The spinner's not without defenses. I'm a storyteller. I simply changed the narrative. I hid the thread of its existence behind a tangle in Ouze's story. The worm cult, intent on their own plot, didn't unravel the knot. Cleverly hidden in plain sight. That totem is one of the most powerful relics in my possession. It will keep the worm cult from mastering the Oathbreakers. But first, you must prepare. You will need the strength of a powerful Oathbreaker in order to overcome the necromancers. Guardian Kellenron was the strongest shapeshifter of those who refused the Green Pact. Ever since the totem of Ifre bound him here, he has protected the other spirits. When the woods were new and wild, we were shapeshifters. It was necessary back then since the Valen wood had not settled on one form either. Ifre gave all of the Valen wood a form and a purpose, but some Bosmo refused the gift. They remain wild. You'll have to defeat him in battle to disperse his excess energy. The totem will absorb the wisps left from his exertion. He's aided the spinners for centuries, but still, he's more likely to fight you than help willingly. Once you've empowered the totem, you will be able to use it. You will know when it is time.
You dare violate the ancient grounds? What are you doing? No! Who do you think you are, taking my energy? You think defeating me once will be enough to enslave my spirit? I'll see your bones sink into the tar first. Of course I am. My lion form suffices to dispatch trespassers. Well, usually. Now I ask the questions. Who are you, and what do you want? The totem of Ifre. Indinael would never part with that. Not while she lives. But she doesn't live, does she? I would feel her presence if she did. You didn't steal it from her, did you? Well, why don't you ask her yourself and stop bugging me? You've drained most of my spiritual essence with it. That is as much of a contribution as I'm willing to make. I know you can't. The totem is fully charged. You're not as much of a pushover as I first thought. Look for me again soon. Maybe I'll give you a hand. But you still need to find Spinner and Dinael. I don't know what she's cooking up. If you wish to speak with Dinael, I suggest you hurry. Something is wrong.
We finally decided to disobey Spinner and Dinael, and it's a good thing we did. Indrith and I saw the cultists carrying a body inside the cave here. We have no weapons. We can't fight the least of the undead, let alone the cultists.
They've taken her inside, haven't they? Are we too late? Then all is lost. The stories tell of a dark creature, fueled by pure essence at its core. That is Spinner and Dinael. She will become a terrible undead being, a servant to command the legions of the worm cult. They make her their puppet. Wait, you have it. The totem of Ifre. She must have known, must have seen her fate. She sent you to save her. You need to get inside, and quickly. The worm cult's already started their plans. You must use the totem to stop them. Use it on the creature you find inside the caves. The worm cult controls it now, but the totem may be able to break their power over it, or even destroy it entirely. Take down as many worm cultists as you like on your way through the cave. They deserve 1,000 times more for what they've done. As for the creature, use the totem of Ifrit on it once it's weakened. If you don't, it'll just revive again.
The Totem of Ifra is a thing of legend, with many tales woven into its essence. If you use it to fight the worm cult's creation, you may yet survive. Spinner and Dinael is counting on you. I hope both of your stories will come to a safe conclusion.
I said I'd help you, right? My friend will watch your back.
That's it! Fool! I serve the worm cult now! Keep it up! Keep fighting! Hurry! We must leave, quickly!
You've saved the Spinner. Now she can join the other spirits in eternal slumber. Thank you.
Thank you for saving Spinner and Dinael's spirit from the worm cult. If she'd remained a lich, we'd all be doomed.
The threads of Ouze are repaired. You saved the Oathbreakers, and perhaps all of the Valen would. The threads pulled in every direction. They threatened to snap. My death was the least of the evils possible. With your help, I challenged the story, and with your strength, I was able to change my fate. A weapon is only as good as its wielder. Not 1 in 100 could have used the totem to direct their will. The totem is sacred among the spinners, so it must be returned. I've asked Gwilyn to thank you personally for your aid. Thanks to you, my death was not the end for ours. We owe you a debt far greater than you can know.
In my story, I'll be as strong as Endyniel. Someday.
The worm cult can dig in the mire all they want. Ouze is protected from their necromancy, thanks to you. It's my duty. Her spirit will linger a little while longer, along with the Oathbreakers disturbed by the worm cult. I'll have to use that time to learn as much as I can. Once the cultists leave, all of the spirits can enjoy their endless rest again. Ouze is safe from the worm cult. All we need to do is keep our heads down for a while. They'll give up, or wake enough of the Guardians to get themselves killed. Works for me, either way.
I've been watching over Ouze for so long. It's hard to think of it going on without me, even under Gwilyn's care. I think I'll wait a little while before going to sleep. Perhaps I can still be of help.
Well, even if Spinner and Endyniel is going to stay for a while longer, I'm certain Gwilyn and I will work things out.